$30 million. Good luck. Thanks for playing. See you again soon.
Right now on News Channel 6 at 11, early voting comes to an end in South Carolina. What the election commissioners say about the turnout, and a local artist helping a community bring life to some old signs. We'll have the story as your News at 11 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 11.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Dee Griffin. Thanks so much for joining us. Coverage you can count on begins with today, marking the end of early voting for the Republican Senate primary runoff.
Coming up, Dee.
All right, thanks so much. We'll see you in a few minutes. We now know the identity of the person who died in a shooting in Richmond County. It happened this afternoon just before 4 o'clock on Old Waynesboro Road. Investigators say a man and a woman were both shot at least once. Both were taken to the hospital, but the man died from his injuries. The coroner's office identified the man as 21-year-old Ronald Wynn Jr. from Augusta. No word on the suspect nor the identity of the female victim. With Labor Day weekend approaching, law enforcement agencies across South Carolina are stepping up enforcement to keep drunk drivers off the road. It's part of an effort by the South Carolina Department of Public Safety to educate drivers about the dangers and consequences of driving under the influence. Investigators say you'll see more officers on the road statewide.
So we will be doing what we call saturation enforcement and high-profile enforcement along with checkpoints. One of our big things at the city is we applied for a grant through the South Carolina Department of Public Safety last year for an overtime grant. So unlike where we used to have grant traffic officers, this is a grant that any of our officers can work.
Deputies also say they will be enforcing the state's new hands-free law as well. Well, safety is a huge focus for high school football players. The work of protecting players after a possible concussion doesn't end when they leave the sideline. Athletic trainers say parents also play a role once that player goes home. Marissa Lucas with Wellstar MCG Health says athletic trainers can remove a player from activity and begin evaluating them at the field. Afterwards, she says communication between the athlete, medical professionals, and family becomes important as the player recovers.
But making sure that they are taking it serious and taking the concussion recovery serious at home as well. So knowing the red flags to look for if they're vomiting or their pupils start looking two different sizes, they can't see, anything like that, making sure they head to the emergency room immediately so they can get a CT scan and make sure nothing is going on deeper.
Lucas says parents should also pay attention to how their child's symptoms change at home and make sure they're getting proper rest during recovery. She says that also means taking an athlete seriously when they say something doesn't feel right. Well, the United Way of the CSRA continuing to pursue a big goal for its annual campaign. They are Well, the United Way of the CSRA continuing to pursue a big goal for its annual campaign. They are continuing last year's campaign theme of United is the Way. The focus isn't just fundraising, but long-term impact. The goal is to help 30,000 ALICE or asset limited, income-constrained employed households by 2030. These are families who work but still struggle to cover rent, child care, and transportation.
So today we had 400 people who were gathered from various companies all throughout the CSRA to learn a little bit more about the work that United Way has got going on, to get inspired to go back and give this season to their through their workplace campaigns.
We are so excited as a board of the United Way to kick off this year's campaign season. It is such a great combination to be able to kick off a campaign to help the residents of our community with a day of service.
After today's kickoff, nearly 400 volunteers from 30 local companies and organizations volunteered to help clean and fix up homes as part of Project Serve. Well, if you've driven through parts of South Augusta, you may have noticed some once faded neighborhood signs getting a new look. One local man is taking it upon a push to keep students safe at bus stops. We'll take a closer look at the proposed legislation when we return.
It's the Rooms to Go Labor Day sale. And a new season means a new reason to fall in love with your home all over again. Shop everything you need to make your home feel brand new. Online or in store, save big with amazing Labor Day sale prices. Plus, incredible 60-month interest-free financing. There's never been a better time to see what's possible. It's the Rooms to Go Labor Day sale going on now.
Time with your family is sacred. I cherish the moments I spend with my wife and son every day. As a lawyer, I know how an injury can change all of that in an instant. It impacts your health, your work, your loved ones, your whole life. I'm Austin Jackson, the Augusta guy. After your accident, I'm here to help you recover and get what you deserve for your injuries so you can get back to the moments that really matter. After an accident, call Austin Jackson, the Augusta guy. 706-724-7224.
For years, Augusta waited. Now, the wait is over. The Augusta Lynx are back and ready to take on the ECHL. A new era of hockey is coming to the Garden City in 2027, bringing back the passion, pride, and excitement that made Lynx hockey a tradition. The puck is about to drop on a new chapter, and you won't want to miss a moment. Be there when the Lynx take the ice. Season memberships and group outings are available now at AugustaLynx.com.
Football Friday night is powered by McDonald's, Culpepper Ace Hardware, The Hawk Law Group, Kimberly-Clark, Busby's Heating and Air, Sconyers Barbecue, Coleman Services, and Johansson Sporting Goods.
And we welcome you to week 1 of Football Friday night. I'm glad to be back on the desk myself. I'm Gianna Cephalou.
And I'm Ellison Hubbard. Thanks for joining us for an exciting start to the high school football season.
Now, over the next few months, we'll have those highlights in both Georgia and South Carolina. Of course, be sure to stick around for our Game Night Live highlights between North Augusta and Strom-Thurmond.
That's
Ellison.
right.
But first, let's head on over to the beach day.
That's right. We head to Columbia County, the number 3 team in Class 1A in state runner-up Lincoln County, opening up their tough schedule with the 6A Grovetown Warriors. Now, we arrive in the third quarter at 7-7. The Red Devils are looking to change that around in this quarter. So let's watch this handoff to Aiden Jones on the counter, and he takes it 45 yards untouched.
Look how fast he is.
Yeah,
Wow.
He is gone for a touchdown. The Devils lead 14-7. Fast forward all the way to the final minute of the game. The Red Devils could kneel the clock out, but they want 6 more points. And instead, they fumble on that goal line, and the Warriors, they have life. This is something you look forward to. And then 3 seconds left, and the Warriors need 49 yards for a chance to tie the game. They have it deep, but Aiden Jones, he goes up high for the interception and breaks the Warriors' hearts on both sides of the ball, and the Red Devils win 14-7. Now over to a Thursday matchup, the Bears, number 7 in the Class 3A, taking on 6A Greenbrier. This is a good game from yesterday. The Wolfpack driving here. Quarterback Parker Brantley hits a swing pass to Brennan Bjorkman, who makes a few Bears miss, and he's taking off, sliding his way for 6, and that's 7-0 for the Wolfpack. Look at that celebration.
Quite the way to have a touchdown,
Exactly.
Right,
But the Bears have it at the doorstep, and they give it to Landon Wright, who breaks through for 6. The extra point was no good. 7-6 Wolfpack. Wolfpack go to the ground now. They give it to Joshua Jefferson, but he's stripped, and Landon Wright picks it up and takes it in for the scoop and score. And they go for 2, and that's no good. 12-7 at half. But Burke County, they win the game 30-14.
All right, let's go to staying in Columbia County now. The Evans Knights and the Harlem Bulldogs. Looks like we have some technical difficulties there. That's all right. We got Evans and Harlem. The Evans Knights did win it 37-20, so technical difficulties. We are so sorry about that. Now over to Richmond County. It's a non-region matchup between the 5A ARC Musketeers and the 2A Laney Wildcats. Both teams meeting at midfield here to shake hands for that coin toss. First quarter here, Musketeers are driving. Henry Rivers steps back into the pocket, fires a pass over the middle. Look at this, Ellison. Gets picked off. Right here, the Wildcats run it back. Beautiful play, right?
Yes.
Get this, all the way back for the touchdown. However, gets called back. A holding. Yeah, you hate to see that, right? Look at them on the sideline. They're like, what's going on? So, but it's okay. The Wildcats, they still maintain possession. Just the touchdown didn't count. But they're in the red zone here. Kevin Laborde punches it into the end zone for the score. This one was a low-scoring one. ARC wins it 14-12.
Nice.
Now, Westside and Josie here, the Patriots tied for 4th best improvement in win-loss win-loss record in the state this decade. They're taking on the Josie Eagles. Westside's Caleb LaCarter with the pass to Travis Streetman makes a man miss. Races down the sideline there, and he walks right in for the score. Patriots are up 28-0 at that
They
point.
haven't lost a step.
Right. Eagles looking to respond. Xavion Hurst, he keeps it on the read option here. He gets brought down to about midfield for that nice gain, but Westside gets the ball back on offense here. LaCarter, he hands it off to Kingston Hughes. Takes how many defenders, Ellison? 1, 2, 3, 4 to bring him down right there. It takes a bunch of them, but here he is again. And he scores for that touchdown. Westside with the dominant 49-0 win over Josie.
Awesome. Now on to 2A. The Aquinas Fighting Irish taking on or trying to kick off the start in the new region, traveling to 1A Glasgow County against the Panthers. Now Glasgow County facing a tough challenge, hoping to pull off an upset in the first quarter. Irish on the move from number 21, Colin Nixon. He goes 11 yards to the Panther 10, and then the next play, the Irish first and goal, Turner Stevenson, he tries to hit Mason Nixon in the end zone, and then that one right there was broken up by Levi Cullum. And now, nice defensive play. Second and goal, Irish go back to run. Walker takes the handle, and he goes 10 yards for the touchdown, and they go for 2, and it's 8-0. Aquinas then wins the game 37-12. Big win there for Aquinas. And now Jenkins at Warren County will pick it up in the third right